Guys, it's Llama, having a pretty peaceful day for once. We just finished a gather event that gave you like double, no not double, but 50% more resources. Every time you gathered, you would come back magically with 50% more. I think then also to these fields outside of your castle made double, so I didn't really have to do much work over the weekend, and I still just got kind of crazy resources, or crazy for my current level, at least. And so I'm just kind of been hanging out. I'll show you a shielded myself. Although for once, to be honest, we're actually seem to be not in that much danger. So we've had a couple of big political changes again. So I'll just show you next to us. We set WoW to friendly a while ago. They used to attack us all the time. The big one now is that TFF magically is friendly. So we had something crazy with them. I was actually, it was the middle of the day, and I was about to get up and go do, to get off and go do some real life stuff, and I just checked my phone randomly, and the screen is blinking red and crazy, and it turns out, I'm like, what is going on? I thought maybe someone was scouting me. I didn't think it would be a big deal. I didn't have any resources, so I didn't really care. And I go into the battle screen, and 5 big players from TFF are all rallying me for no reason that I can see. I have no resources whatsoever. I had to ask my allies what was going on, and they're like, oh, they say that we're tile hitting again. Oh my god, it was the most ridiculous thing. I mean, I don't approve of tile hitting. It's on my wall that it's something that our alliance does not allow. Sometimes newbies do it because they don't know, but guess what? If you ask them not to do it, then they'll just stop. But yeah, TFF doesn't really like talking. That's what I'll say about TFF. It's the funny thing about it to me is that TFF hit my tiles back in the very early days of this week, and I talked to their leader, and he was like, I'm so sorry, that's not cool, I'll make sure that they do that. And then it stopped, but they wouldn't really give us the same courtesy, but it worked out well in the end, I guess, because so they rallied me, they killed all my soldiers, but I didn't really care because when you're defending and your soldiers get killed, they really just become wounded as long as your hospital can get them. In terms of like my soldiers that actually died, I think it was only 100 or something like that. And then we killed a bunch of theirs. So if you look at like the actual kill score number, they would have come out on top because I think it was something they dropped us like 150k power or something, with all my friends, reinforcing me, because they had a ton of, we were a mix of level 1, 2, 3, and 4. They had like a ton of level 5s. So it was kind of actually a good learning experience for us to look at their battle report, because they had like 5 people rallying, 2 were only 4 and 5 soldiers, and then 3 were a mix of 3, 4, and 5s, and no 5s, just 3s and 4s, and then the 3s took all their losses. So like the top players got no losses, and then the little players that helped them got like 30k a loss each. I was them, I would have been kind of felt a little cheated by that. But anyway, the funny thing is, so I messaged them like, what are you doing? Why don't you just talk to me about this supposed tile hitting so that I can like set it right with my members? And they're like, oh, you're the leader, it's your responsibility to always know what's going on. Like they shouldn't have to tell me whether my members tile hit or not, which is just silly. I mean, even being leader, I can't stay online and watch them attack all the time, right? But anyway, yeah, they're telling me basically that I should know, and that they're taking it out on me because the person who tile hit was too small, and so when they think that person who attacks them is too weak, then they get revenge by hitting the leader. And it turned out the person that hit them was Lewis, who is the exact same level as me. I mean, he has a little bit less power because he lost all his soldiers in dumb attacks, but he is the exact same level as me, but they decided they needed to take their revenge out on me. Anyway, again, I am the leader, so I don't mind. And I've played this game long enough to know that, like, no one can kill you by attacking you. I mean, the worst that happens is you get wounded and you need time to heal them. The good thing, too, is they attack me. I got 2 battle compensation packs for when they beat me. So, like, I got a bunch of free items and speed-ups that I didn't even need because, you know, the rally didn't do anything and didn't take any resources from me. But anyway, yeah, so it worked out well in the end. But that was not the first time that Lewis broke our rules. So we kicked him out anyway. Told him, you know, he's safe to stay safely in our territory until he can afford to teleport. We won't attack him, but, you know, he's broken our rules too many times. And so we need to kick him out. And then the best part was that immediately after that, he joined TLF, which was TFF's sister alliance, even though they were the ones that, you know, demanded that he should be kicked or punished for breaking the rules. And I don't know what happened, but it looks like I thought that was funny, but it looks like they already kicked him out of there. Now he's in AOW, which I've never even heard of. So let's see. Alliance leader Apple Techno. There's only 2 people in it. But he's a deputy, so I guess it's a big step up for him. Well, congratulations. But anyway, yeah, so he got kicked out because of that. And that was just kind of silly. The best part was that, you know, after we'd already kicked him out for it, you know, I went through the Alliance. You can check Alliance battle logs. So this is the other thing. Go to the Alliance battle screen and tap the bottom. And, you know, you can see who all your people attacked and who all attacked your people. And I was going through this battle log and I write to TFF, I'm like, I really cannot see any tile hit that happened. Can you please tell me who was that he tile hit? And they're like, oh, he didn't tile hit. You know, we thought that he did. Or like, you know, I think he was saying he misunderstood. His member said that he attacked. So we just rallied you. No apology or anything. I mean, this is things that, like, we're friendly with TFF now, but they do... I don't think that they're bad people, and I definitely think that they're strong players, but they definitely need to work on their communication. But this is something that I've just noticed crazy in general about Realm 2. Like, in Realm 1, I think most people realize, okay, if I have resources or something, or you're nearby me and you hit me, then that's just kind of the way of the game. You know, if you're isolated and you have resources, or your alliance isn't active, then that's like, it's not a reason to go to war because someone hit you once. But here it's like you scout somebody and their whole alliance turns against you, even though they might scout you all the time and they don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, so we had a problem. Is another time, like, I just log on in the middle of the day, not knowing, you know, what happened in the morning because it was the weekend and I was asleep. And I have messages from DU leader like, if you attack us again, we're declaring war on you. I'm like, what the F? Who attacked you? And they're like, your members attacked our member. I don't remember who. Like, I'm serious. They don't even know who we attacked. And they're upset. And he's like, I will check it. And so he goes back and checks it. And he says that we attacked Lecter. And I'm like, oh, well, Lecter is a guy who used to be our member who is still, like, squatting in the middle of our territory and has been there for days. Again, like, I've just gotten on, so I don't really know what happened. So I just assume that, you know, he's sitting there in the middle of our territory and no one knows him. Because I remember he left without ever really talking or saying anything. And just one day he was in our territory and was all of a sudden in DU. And I didn't blame him for that. I figured that, you know, maybe he was German and his English wasn't very good. And that was why he, you know, left without communicating. And so again, I didn't attack him or anything. I just let him sit there. And so I just assumed that, you know, our members were looking for a fight and he was there isolated and he had resources. Maybe they didn't even remember he used to be one of us and just hit him. Or if they did, maybe they didn't care because he never talked to us. And so I'm trying to talk to the leader. I'm like, one hit should not be, you know, a declaration of war, especially when the person is in the middle of our territory. I asked him, like, if we were in the middle of your territory, would you attack us? And he was like, yes, of course I would, because you're weaker. And I'm like, what? Because his main point was not that he was upset that it was an attack. He was upset that it was a rally. So, you know, rally is a separate option from attack. I'll try to show it on him without, if I accidentally send this, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. But I mean, like, if I just hit attack, then I just send my own soldiers. Oh, I can't show you right now anyway because my queue is full. But yeah, you can see the rally button there on the right. So if I hit that, I can call, my allies to help rally with me. At the start, you can call up to like 5, but you can add more by researching, upgrading your Hall of War and researching your alliance technology and send more and more soldiers. Like the guys that rallied me, they could still only send 5 guys, but they had like 200 soldiers or something crazy like that. Which is why, even with 3 or 4 people reinforcing me, we only have, a max 30K army. A lot of people only have like 10K still. That's why, we still couldn't defend against them. But at least we killed some of their soldiers. But yeah, so he's like, it's a rally. He's like, a rally is always a declaration of war. And I'm like, what? Because the thing about this game is because of all the advantage stays on the defense side, even if you lose as the defender, again, you only have wounded. You just heal. It takes so long to re-recruit troops, and they're so expensive that it becomes very, very difficult as you level up to hit people one-on-one and steal enough resources back to make up for the troops that you lost in the hit. So, rally is not really about who's stronger. A lot of times it's like I could beat someone one-on-one, but people rally because they need to reduce their loss, number one, and then oftentimes also to share resources. If someone has like 8 million resources and I can only carry like 400K, I'm gonna have to hit them 7 times in a row to get all their resources. It's just better for everyone involved if we just hit once and then leave them alone. Right. So I'm trying to explain all this to him. He'd only been playing for a week, and he's just like, I don't care. Just don't rally us. And I'm like, well, look, he's in the middle of our territory. He's never talked to us. I'll ask my guys not to rally him, but like, I really hope as you play this game, your opinion will change. And I go into like my alliance chat to tell them like, hey guys, like let's let Lecter, develop peacefully while he's saving up to teleport. And I get another message, before I can write anything, I get another message from the DU guy like, are you serious? You want war with us? Oh my God. And so it turned out like within that 30 seconds, my allies attacked Lecter again. And so I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance to say anything yet because I was talking to you. And he's like, you better say something now, or else we're going to war for sure. And so I tell them, I throw that into the chat that like, hey, this leader's talking to me saying that we're going to go to war if you guys attack Lecter. And they're like, well, wait, that Lecter attacked us first, right? And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, check the battle log. I go back in the battle log. He attacked 3 of our members in a row. This was about 3 hours before, this time that I was online. So he just like, again, this is our former member who left without talking to us and then just squatted in our territory, attacked 3 of our people. And so, of course, at that point, I'm like, well, then, of course, we rallied him. Like, and they didn't rally either until like 2 hours after the fact. And I'm like, that seems deserved to me. I tell the DU leader, and he's like, I don't believe you. Your members are lying. And I'm like, I can't lie to you. You just go and check the battle log. So I have to tell him how to check the battle log. So again, you go to Alliance Battles, tap battle log at the bottom of the screen. And like, it gets hard when you get more members, especially as people like just farm all day long and hit dead accounts. Or like you see in this case, we're still trying to take down these DEI flags so we can expand our territory. So, it's all just like flag records. But I'm like, yeah, go to about 3 hours back, and you'll see that like he attacked 3 hours back, and we didn't attack until like an hour back. And then he's kind of like, okay, well, don't attack him again, and then we're fine. Again, it's like there's no apology. Like nobody takes the time on the server to kind of figure out what happened before they just decide that you're at war. And I don't know. I mean, I like the server a lot. It's definitely like it feels different from server 1. Server 1 is just like a bunch of super strong people that just kind of turtle and then like hit the less strong people. So server 1 can be kind of, I want to say heavy. I mean, it's not that it's not fun, but just the people on there are like very serious and very entrenched. Whereas like things on server 2 are kind of lively and crazy, and there's so many, you know, alliances. I mean, actually, there's one girl that just cracks me up constantly. Since I used up all my stamina, I can't attack anybody while my shield is up, so I'm just gonna set my troops to gather. Actually, though, let's see. No, that's not what I want. I want to see how much time is left on my shield. I still have 10 more hours left. So my goal is, like, before the shield is done, my castle upgrade for 13 will be done. See, I only have 4 more hours left on that, so I have 5 more shields after that. I timed my defense golem recruitment at the same time, so that, you know, my wall would be free when the castle gets free, and then that way I can, like, start upgrading my wall right away. I find that that's, like, the most time efficient way to do upgrades in this game is, like, just to make sure that you're ready for your wall when the castle finishes. Make sure you're ready for the castle when your wall finishes, because you can never upgrade those two at the same time, because they always require the other one to be up a level before you can upgrade it. And then, you know, each one can take 12 hours to, you know, several days. I think my level 13 castle took me 1 day, 5 hours. And so you want to get those going always as early as possible, even if you don't think that you're ready for it, because by the time you do feel ready for it, then you realize, oh, okay, actually, after I collect all these resources and spend them, then I still have to wait 3 days to have the castle. So, like, if everything, for example, if all my farms are upgraded to level 12 before I start the castle 13 upgrade, then, you know, my hammer is going for 3 days on castle 13 or whatever over here, and then I don't have anything else to do with my other one because everything's already level 12. So it can slow your momentum a little bit. But yeah, so I can't attack anybody while I'm shielded, so I'm just going to set my troops all to gather. I want to gather somewhere nearby, though, so if there's, like, an emergency and I have to pull them back. Oh, damn it, I'm collecting in WoW territory. I'm going to have to pay tax. Oh, well, at least WoW is our friends. I don't want to gather stone, or I have so much stone. Yeah, I just have, like, crazy resources right now from that resource event. And then these mines are all too far away. That's another reason that I like to gather with all cavalry. It's not just they have a higher load. It's also that, like, they pull them back faster if you need to stop gathering in the middle for any reason. Some stone over here, but I really don't want to gather stone. But at the same time, if I do, it will help me complete the daily task. So, let me check my daily tasks real quick. Looks like I already gathered stone. Yeah, so you can see I have way more wood than food. I mean, that's because I'm going looking specifically to get that wall upgraded in a few hours' time. And that will use basically exclusively wood and stone. But to be fair, I also need, I think, a lot of food, because I just noticed I have not upgraded my hospital to 12 yet. And usually, like, your hospital is one of the things that you want to priority upgrade every time you level up, just because it means that, like, less of your soldiers will die if you get attacked. I'll have an influx of food soon from there. So I have both food and wood going. Hard decisions. I guess I'll just do some stone, because I'll probably use up most of my stone when I start the castle upgrade. And then also, too, if I'm only stone is, like, the slowest one for me to gather right now, because I haven't really upgraded any of my stone gathering tech, so it's probably okay. But anyway, yeah, it was, like, a very dramatic weekend. I wish that I had filmed, like, some of the wars that happened, but the honest truth is that, you know, they're never really that interesting to film, because mostly they're just me sending crazy messages. Oh, wait, there's no one gathering at this wood yard? Actually, I think we can gather there once I get back. All right, once my troops get there, I'll pull them back and then send them to this wood yard instead. It's so close to me. But anyway, yeah, so I mean, usually when I'm in wars, it's not actually that much exciting going on the screen. It's just everyone else is enjoying the action, and I'm like frantically trying to talk to the alliance leader, like, what happened? You know, why are you mad at me again? But yeah, it was fun though, and we are now. It's led to an event where we're pretty much blue. Oh, crazy screen. What happened? Huh. But yeah, we're pretty much blue with everybody around us. Let's see. See if we can get back to normal. Will it load? But yeah, anyway, now we're at a point where we're pretty much blue with everybody around us. So we're not allies, but you know, we're not fighting each other. And so I'm less scared. It used to be like I felt like I had to be on every few minutes because someone would always be getting attacked. You know, you still do have to be wary and keep an eye out frequently, but like we're getting stronger and we're having better relationships with the people around us. So, you know, it's not like an every second thing anymore. I can still get this whole thing harvested with only cavalry, which is nice. Good, that way I can pull them back quickly. All right, cool. So I'm gonna set these together, and then you know just take a little break, keep logging occasionally to keep an eye on things, and basically lay low until my shield is up and my wall is started. But yeah, cool. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.